Welcome back to Thirsty Thursdays. If you've been tuning in, you know we love a cocktail with a story and a classic template that makes it feel both new and familiar. The cocktail we have today has been plucked right out of history, and it delivers everything you want from a fall-winter cocktail. We're making the Harvest Moon. It's an American-born sour that swaps out the whiskey for something with a little bit more history. Imagine the crispness of a chilled apple and the subtle richness of almond and a bright, zesty lift from a fresh citrus. It's an unsung classic that was once one of the most popular cocktails in America. Let's trace its DNA. Like the Medicina Latina we talked about last time, the Harvest Moon belongs firmly in the classic sour family. But this one takes us back, way back, to the aftermath of Prohibition. Here's the mystery. The original inventor of the Harvest Moon remains unknown. Like many cocktails of that time, recipes spread by word of mouth as bartenders emerged from the Prohibition era shadows. The cocktail was so popular, however, that it was documented in a major publication. The Harvest Moon was featured in a list of the top 10 most popular cocktails in the December 1934 edition of Esquire magazine. This listing is our primary historical anchor to the recipe. Think about that context for a second. The Depression is happening and the Prohibition just ended. People are eager to cocktail again, but they want sophistication and the grand European cocktail tradition. Esquire became the Bible for the new stylish American man, and featuring the Harvest Moon meant this cocktail was certified cool. Now let's talk about the foundation, AppleJack. This isn't just brandy, it is a piece of American liquid history. AppleJack is a brandy distilled from apples, but it was a colonial staple long before whiskey became popular. George Washington even wrote down his family's recipe. It keeps the classic sour template, but instead of the caramel and oak of whiskey, we get the rich warming spice of the apple orchard. Alright, we've traced the DNA of this uniquely American cocktail. Let's add 1.5 ounces of our AppleJack to our shaker. Next up is our citrus component. We need ½ an ounce of fresh lime juice. This is a sharp, necessary counterpoint to the richness of the apple. This keeps it zesty and lively, preventing it from tasting too heavy. Now for our sweeteners. We're using a blend of 2 of our syrups. We're going to use 1/4 ounce of our Liber Company Almond Orgeat syrup. Orgeat, traditionally almond and orange flower water, lends a beautiful nutty texture that softens the spirit's edge. And then we're going to use 1/4 ounce of our Liber Company Classic gum syrup. Finally, and this is a classic 1930s technique, we add 1/3 of an ounce of chilled water. This is key for pre-dilution. Since we're shaking, we'd get some water, but this technique ensures the exact level of perfect dilution before you chill it down. Now let's add some ice. With our ingredients loaded up, let's lock it up and give this a good hard shake. Now we're going to fine strain this into our coupe glass. And for garnish, a simple expressed orange zest twist. The cocktail has no orange, but that aromatic oil expressed over the top adds a layer of complexity that really makes the apple and almond stand out. Now let's taste it so we can talk about this cocktail a little more. Now that is absolutely tasty. You really get a lot of the almond here. Now that I think of it, the orange and the orange flower water from the Orgeat definitely brings it to the front of the stage. If you're a fan of sours like a whiskey sour, a daiquiri, or even an aviation, you will love this. It's perfectly balanced. If you're someone who enjoys the nutty, creamy texture that Orgeat brings to a tiki cocktail, but you want something less tropical and more sophisticated, this is your new go-to. And if you're a history buff, you can't beat holding a glass that was famous in the pages of Esquire nearly 90 years ago. But if you only enjoy cocktails that lean heavily on sugar, the beautiful tartness of the lime might catch you off guard. It's balanced, not candy sweet. Also, Orgeat is an almond-based syrup. If you know you can't stand nut flavors, this one might miss the mark for you. But honestly, if you want a classic cocktail that delivers a perfect blend of sweet, sour, and warming apple spice for the season, this one is a home run. It delivers a taste of sophisticated post-Prohibition America. That's it for this Thirsty Thursday. We hope you enjoyed tracing the history of this remarkable American cocktail. Find the full ingredient list in the description below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give us a like and hit that subscribe button. It helps us bring you more stories in history every week. Until next time, stay thirsty, my friends. Cheers.